your friend. You can trust me.
Can I?
So creepy. When someone says, I'm your friend,
Oh.
you can trust me. Oh.
But Barbara seems to have fallen off a cliff.
Well, hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation with your boy Thomas.
What is this? What is this?
I'm joined by
Paul.
Paul, and we are reacting to Doctor Who. Paul, you've seen this before. I haven't.
Yeah.
Was it a while ago you saw it?
Not only in the last few years, I'd say. It was The Rescue. This story here, two-parter. It was packaged with the next story, The Romans, when it was out on video. I think on DVD it was a box set as well.
Right.
Because two-parter by itself seems a bit cheap. Just to sell out a two-parter and not really worth the money. But I never owned this on video. Didn't own that pack, and I've probably seen it a couple of times though.
Yeah, and a bit of a spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen the Dalek Invasion of Earth. You might, if you don't want it spoiled, you might want to go back and watch that. But Susan has left, so it'd be interesting to see how the dynamic changes with just Ian and Barbara. I guess.
Yeah, the end of Shushan. She's gone.
I know. Yeah.
Just a couple of bits about this story then. So it was broadcast on the 2nd to the 9th of January 1965. So we're into another new year. Written by David Whittaker, directed by Christopher Barry. And this is the first in the new production block. So we said how Planet of Giants, Dalek Invasion of Earth was actually recorded in the end of Series 1. Then they've had a 6-week break. And now they're on to Series 2, so this is a new thing. I doubt there's going to be... I'm interested to see whether we notice any real differences between the first production block and this production block. I don't think... 6 weeks doesn't really seem like there's going to be any drastic changes, but we might be wrong, or I might be wrong. Worth saying it's the first story with Dennis Spooner as the script editor, although he's not actually credited, because I think a lot of the work was done by his predecessor, David Whittaker. But again, be interesting to see if we notice differences in the scripts as we get into the new kind of production era.
Do remember to like and subscribe to stay in the loop. I was a bit paranoid.
Oh, we almost missed that. That's the first time they've actually used the materialization sound with the TARDIS image from the exterior.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And of course, that becomes a kind of mainstay of the series from later on, doesn't it? That people hear the TARDIS arrive.
Yeah.
Planet Dido to rescue ship. Planet Dido to rescue ship. Come in, please. Over.
Planet Dido.
Yeah.
He's gone cold. I'm wondering why. Out of bed.
Landed. Over.
Yeah, what's her one about the white flag?
White flag.
Yeah.
There will be no
White flag above my...
Didn't hear you leave.
No.
I wonder.
Dido to rescue.
This is the origin story of Dido.
Nice recliner over there.
Yeah, he's made himself at home, hasn't he? To be fair, it is his house.
That's true.
You all right? Yeah, I feel a bit sticky. I'm just going to have a wash.
Oh, but Doctor, the trembling stopped.
Oh, so glad.
Sticky doctor.
I've always wondered, does time actually pass in the TARDIS?
I think is the better word. Well, now, let's have a
Yeah,
look.
well, they would age, yeah.
Yes. And does time pass outside the TARDIS from their point of view?
Yeah, I think it does, doesn't it? Because there'll be points, there's stories where people go into the TARDIS and come back out again, so it's not like time moves at a different speed inside and outside.
Yeah, I think it's good it establishes that. Because otherwise there'd be no sense of urgency in the TARDIS. It's like, well, we can just stay here and...
Come up with a plan for something.
in the midst of a Dalek invasion, just go into the TARDIS, calm down for a few years and come out, and it's exactly when you left off.
We can, of course, always travel through solid matter in flight, and again we can take off again quite easily. No, I do think we all
Struggled with it a bit with
I
that
think he
line,
was,
didn't he?
not quite sure about that line.
Solid matter. Isn't that what they train babies to eat?
Yes. Oh, he just dropped the name Susan and then they realised she wasn't there.
Oh.
Yes, right, yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Silly, but yes. Number 4, switch.
Shushan.
But then you're not a linguist, are you, Doctor? You see, it's not Susan, it's
Shushan.
It's not Susan, it's Shushan.
Oh, yes. What a shot. With the light on top
The
of the
light on the
TARDIS.
TARDIS actually illuminating the set there.
It's a cave.
Yeah. Is that used much in Modern Who, the light on top?
I don't think so.
My dear, no, but...
What are you going to do?
Oh, I think I'm going to have a nap.
You just had one, mate.
Just offering.
A nap?
Getting on.
Well, it's a new one, isn't it?
This is great.
Barbara, I've got an idea he's getting a bit... Remember, I can hear what you're
What?
saying.
I'm not sure that's appropriate.
I wonder what she's doing now.
I know anything about David. She's learning to milk cows.
What?
Come on.
Did we establish that David liked milking cows in the previous story?
Through that way.
In the wake of a Dalek invasion, that's all people can do, isn't
So
it?
we go back to milking the cows.
Yeah, because at that point, all the like oat milk and soya milk factories have shut down. So someone's like, you know what? We can get milk from a cow. What the heck is that?
Apparently, this was modelled on a close-up picture of a fly. This suit,
Ah, I like that.
this creature.
And we've already seen a giant fly, haven't we?
We
In
have, yeah.
this series.
Apparently, the soundtrack for this, a lot of it is reused from the Daleks.
Oh, okay. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Absolutely.
Thing landed here in that box.
Yeah, I like that design actually. Again, the voice always seems to let these things down, but
Yeah.
the design is fantastic.
The fangs are like a bit of a kind of like a crap predator.
Are there any other crew members?
You've seen this.
Yes,
Right?
yes. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I'm your friend. You can trust me.
Can I?
So creepy. When someone says, "I'm your friend,
Oh.
you can trust me." Oh,
But Barbara seemed to have fallen off a cliff.
Well, undoubtedly we've landed on the planet Dido. How remarkable. I must say,
can't take that.
Take that seriously, the planet Dido.
There will be no one.
Oh, he says, fancy landing back here again. No, this is the first time we've seen the Doctor land on a planet that's not Earth and say that he's been there before.
Ah, yes, she's alive.
How far did she fall?
She did land on some sand.
And then a branch fell on top of her.
It's nice to see the Doctor kind of comforting Ian because they had quite a lot of conflict in the first series, I feel.
Yeah, they're very much. Well, you know, obviously Susan's just gone, but the team seem to have sort of bonded up to then, didn't they? Oh,
Yeah, they're kind of besties now, aren't they?
yeah.
You know, I feel like Ian would trust his kids with the Doctor.
Dean Thomas.
feet like yours. That's it. How do you know?
Did you have a good Christmas, Dean? Yeah, better than Seamus, I think.
Friendly.
Harry Potter, you are a liar. That's the one line I remember Dean Thomas having.
Dean, James?
Quite dark, isn't it?
Yeah. What, you mean in terms of tone, or literally dark?
Literally quite dark.
Do you see that there? The Doctor saying that he's not actually a doctor. He doesn't have a PhD.
We need to be careful. These people are dangerous.
So instead, the
Pretty
title of the
charlatan.
show has to become MPhil Who. Mr. Who.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot worse, doesn't it? I wonder when the first sort of outsider entering the TARDIS will happen. So I wonder if these guys will get rescued in the TARDIS.
Oh, I see, yeah.
That'd be interesting. Because I feel like that's a bit overdone in the modern era. Because it's every time it happens, you have to do the kind of, it's bigger on the inside. And it gets a little bit tiresome.
Yeah.
So I feel like the show has tried to avoid it as much as possible.
I must have strained it, catching hold of that tree to break my fall. There. How's that?
Oh, she caught hold of the tree. Does that explain
Go on.
how she
What do
survived?
people like?
Well, I think that's all we're going to get. Don't point that at Barbara's face.
Oh, can you imagine? What a tragic end.
Dido's brother is called Rollo. Just
Really?
a bit of pointless trivia information there.
Is Dido her actual name?
I don't know. It must be short for something. Mate, you're going to enjoy this.
Say, look. You know-
Dido, her real name is actually Florian Cloud de Bournevial O'Malley Armstrong.
So you can see why she went for a different stage name.
But just call me Dido. Indiana Jones all of a sudden.
Yeah. They've built traps into it. Nice.
Is that just a bloke lying on the floor with his arms pushed up?
See, I like that though, because a lot of the aliens in Doctor Who, it's like a human in a costume walking on two legs, and it kind of becomes a bit samey. But that was a human in a different position, so it looked less human in a way.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it was a human doing a plank, basically. I kind of like that, actually. Felt like quite a nice stripped back story in a way, that it wasn't introducing too many elements at once. It was kind of just a sense of these people are waiting for a rescue ship. Doctor and Ian get separated from Barbara. Kind of a classic story in a way. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I liked it. It's a very small kind of cast, isn't it? You've got your regulars, and then you've only really got 3 other characters.
Yeah.
Because you've got Vicky, and then you've got Bennett, and we didn't even see much of Bennett, did we? On the bed at the beginning, and then Quillian. So
Don't forget the guy doing the plank at the end.
Oh yes, the sand creature, sand monster. Yes, it's so it's quite a intimate little story so far. But I like the kind of this dynamic or setup of like, well, what's going on here with, you know, this Quillian character who seems to be keeping them there under, you know, against their wishes, and you know they're waiting for a rescue ship.
Yeah. Is the rescue ship really coming?
Yeah, good question. So yeah, I think it's a good, you know, good little one. So I'm interested to kind of see where it leads, to be honest.
Yeah, it does feel like the episodes. It does feel like Doctor Who is getting better as we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
There were some great stories in the first series, but there were some where you kind of thought, yeah, they haven't quite worked out how to pace this, and some of them felt like they went by quite slowly. But I feel like all of Series 2 has whizzed by pretty quickly. It's kind of felt a lot more efficient, not trying to do too much, just down the line. Yeah,
I think you definitely get a sense that it feels a bit more established now, like they know what they're doing and how to make it work. So yeah, and I'm looking at the rest of what I know is in Series 2. I think there's some good stories in here. So
nice. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Again, do please subscribe. We hit 330 today. That's exciting.
There we go.
Yeah. So we love having people on board to correct us where we've got some of the trivia wrong, fill us in with extra bits, and just kind of join this general community and keep up with the bits and pieces here. So do give us a subscribe, and we will be back very soon with part 2 of this story. Goodbye.
Brilliant. Take care. Bye bye.